Hello there, welcome back to Tunis and the Sons of Carthage. And last time we kicked, we didn't kick really someone's butt, we just stole a province from Portugal and forced ourselves some military access, which is really useful. What I also think I can actually do is actually use France as a stepping stone in the future, which of course is really going to be useful, because Castile does not have access to France. So I'll probably use that in, again, a future war. Now, for the time being, we're focusing on the Mamluks because they have had their ass kicked, and hopefully then I'll be able to take a lot of their provinces and get a little bit more powerful myself. That's at least the hope and goal, but could go to hell. We'll just have to wait and see here. So for the time being, we'll wait until truce runs out in 1511, I believe it is, December 1511. So we have about 2.5 years of waiting ahead of us. So I'll get back to you once we're ready for war again. I just realized I'm really stupid. Apparently, if I go to this side here, the subject side, I can actually set a military focus. I can set them as aggressive, no focus, they'll do whatever they want, and supportive, they'll stay close to allies and avoid impending operations. So that works, I guess. I guess we'll set them to aggressive, at least during the war against the Mamluks. So it's kind of surprising that I didn't actually notice that, and I feel really stupid that I didn't, but it works, hopefully. We'll just test to see if those settings actually do have an impact on what the AI do. If it actually has, then I'm just a silly whiner for no good reason. But again, we're just going to wait here until we can attack the Mamluks. There we go, we are currently in a position where we can actually declare war. The only real issue is that I forgot to improve the, well, army's pay, and that is of course kind of negative, all things considered. But yeah, we're going to declare war right now. The Ottomans, I believe, are not in war with anyone, as you can see here. They that was not unexpected, let's just be honest. They would be joining a coalition against me. It's kind of what we were anticipating. What I can do, however, is take flexible negotiation, and I say the war is going to last a while, so it's probably the best idea to take so. But I'm just going to wait because there's no reason to take any of these right now before I actually know the outcome of the war. So that is why we're going to wait, in case Castile decides to be a douche noggin and, well, butt in again. But again, since it's just just the Mamluks that are in the coalition against me, I don't have anything to worry about here. Now, the goal here I think will be to take, I have no idea which one of these would be most expensive. I guess it would be actually Algabia. Yeah, Algabia would be the most expensive of the ones that I'm planning to take. So we're going to set that as the war goal. And Adal will apparently not be joining, which is good. The Ottomans will be dealing with Karakonya, I'm pretty sure. And Oman will probably not be too much of an issue, I think. We'll just have to wait and see how it pans out. So with that, war has been declared, and we're going to attack the army right away, provided that I can catch it, of course, which apparently seems to be a little bit difficult, but as you can see, we do have a pretty strong advantage over the opposing side here, which is a little bit surprising, all things considered, but it is definitely going to be beneficial for me. So what I'm actually going to do right now here is actually wait and allow the... Oh, you got yourself into a war of your own. You actually got yourself into 2 wars of your own. God damn it. Defender, Muscovy is actually going after Crimea here, so they'll probably not get too focused on that war. Other than that, well, it's not the best, but it's just what it is. We're going to use this. We're going to create 2 siege squads here, and it's going to cost me a little bit of army power to actually do this, but I'm pretty sure that my army still, even though it's just 14,000 men, can handle the Mamluk army. So we're going to siege these 2 provinces to speed things along, if you will. Now, this is scary because it means that Karakonlu is not going to be blocked by the Ottomans, as I presumed. The Ottomans are actually not going to focus at all on this war, which means that I might have to pull my entire army back, and we'll basically have to play in the defensive to try and allow them to siege this area in order to bring up war exhaustion, which could, of course, be a really... It could be a good card to play, but it's kind of a... We're kind of in a situation that I don't like, but again, there's not too much... I don't have too many options in this case, which is of course bad. But funnily enough, the Funnily enough, the Mamluks here do actually have... Oh, god damn it. That's my bad. But we did actually manage to get there in time, and we are going to beat them back, which is good. But as I was going to say here, the fact that the Ottomans aren't going to help as much as I would have hoped is of course a bad thing, but there's not really too much I can do about that. Oman do apparently have some... Is that a Lithuanian army? No, it's a Georgian army. What the hell? Georgia is a vassal of Karakonni. Okay, then I can understand it. Go back there. Yeah, we'll just pull back here. I'll allow my vassals to do what they want. This is a little bit more... It's a little bit more... No. Apparently, aggressive means that they'll attack any force they come across. Good that I'm experimenting with this now, right? We're going to supportive. You'll stick close to me, which means that you guys should turn around right now. You two. Okay, the focus apparently takes some time to adapt. And I find it hilarious that instead of sticking close to their most important ally, which is me, they decide to march right into the enemy lands. Kind of weird. Again, not much I can do about that. This army is definitely going to get annihilated. I don't think there's too much I can do to actually help it either, which is not the best, but it is what it is. So I think what I'm actually going to do here is just wait until the Ottomans start either losing a lot of forces, or basically just mess around until we can actually get some sort of victory out of this. No matter how we look at it, the current scenario is not too good. So I'll set up 2 siege forces. We'll have this thing still standing in Rosetta, and hopefully I will not get into trouble by doing this. But it's kind of a random scenario at this stage. We're apparently needing a tax dude, I think. What am I earning the most money on here? Production actually will be more beneficial. So we'll hire the production man. And I think we can actually take both of these ideas. But I'll wait a little bit longer. The National Revolt modifier would probably be really useful. So yeah, we'll take local tradition at this stage. National Arrest -2, which will be useful. And we might as well. Diplomatic flexible negotiation, province war score cost -20%, meaning I can conquer more. So for the time being, we'll just wait things out, allow the Ottomans to fight the war for me, and hopefully I'll not go on a amazing defeat thanks to the Ottomans decide to mess around with Wallachia with their entire army. We'll see how it pans out. Well, I've ended up in a weird scenario here. I didn't pay attention, which is my fault. But apparently here these guys, the Mamluk army was defeated in battle. And a result of that was that the armies ended up being, well, the army ended up stopping on top of my army, which means that it should in theory be destroyed, but it wasn't, which is bad. And I'm currently losing a lot of manpower for no good reason here, due to the fact that the Mamluk army is being bounced back and forward in a pattern that is really, really negative for me. And there's not too much I can do about it at this stage. Currently I'm just going to have to try and keep my armies intact, which is again going to be a awkward scenario at best, but it is what it is. Really wish I had a better shock modifier guy, but I do not, and I'm currently paying the cost for that. And yeah, we'll just leave the siege there. We have to if we want to continue the siege of Cairo, and of course beat the enemy here. But we are at least winning the war, which is the important part. I need the Ottomans to smash Karakonni rather rapidly here, I think. But luckily enough now, their army is going to be running into, well, into the Ottomans' hands. So, for the time being, I'll just wait things out and we'll see if I can actually do something better here. Unfortunately, my army here got completely wrecked. I was paying attention to something else. Apparently, the Mamluks did actually what the AI should do, which is fight the imminent danger, which the AI usually do not do. But apparently both Oman and Georgia and everyone decided that I was a better target to mess around with rather than the Ottoman forces are currently messing up Karakonni. So what we're going to do here is get rid of Karakonni, because they're just an annoying piece of shite at this stage. So let's just get rid of Karakonni, boom. And the Ottomans will probably hate me a little bit for that, since they probably had some claims there. Oh. That hurts, but I'm a little bit unsure if that's from the last war. It might be. But what the main or end result of this should be is that the Ottomans now will murder everything that's called the Mamluks. So what I'm going to do is just split my armies up a little bit, prepare for the future siege, and hopefully I'll be able to beat these guys up pretty soon. But yeah, I'm reliant on the Ottomans here to destroy the Mamluk forces once and for all. Now again, the funny thing here is that the Fezzan army, when they're on support apparently, just sticks to the closest army. They do not stick to my armies. They don't care whose armies they stick to, which is again surprising, but it makes things a little bit interesting. So I think what I'm actually going to do here is again set the focus, if you will. We're going to actually reduce. Do I want to reduce? No, I don't want to reduce just yet. We're going to change the focus back to no focus. They'll decide on their own strategies, because they're basically doing the exact same thing they did before, which is running around like a chicken without a head. And yes, I am harsh as usual, but I kind of feel like that's the AI sometimes. It's just running around doing whatever it feels like anyways, so might as well just let it as a basis, if you will. But yeah, we're just going to focus on sieges now. The Ottomans should be able to get rid of the rest of the Mamluk army, if there are any. And hopefully here, I will not be regretting my decisions to, well, fight this war. We'll see how it pans out. Well, I think it's time to make peace here. They will actually accept this peace, but I would actually prefer to hand something over to the Ottomans too, but it doesn't seem like that will be too likely. I'll actually go, apparently, 100% overextension perfectly, so we'll have to reduce war exhaustion maximum at once. Again, the Ottomans will not like to find I'm not giving them occupied cores and claims in this peace deal, but that'll just have to be what it is. Hejaz and Mercuria will not like the deal that I'm currently making, which is kind of harsh on the Mamluks, of course, but it's kind of what is necessary here. I'm only taking one province that I do not have a claim to, which is kind of funny, and that province I do not have a claim to is actually Jerusalem. I want that extra missionary, that is why I'm taking Jerusalem. I think I can get an extra missionary from Jerusalem. Let's just check here. Conquest of Jerusalem, extra missionary, extra prestige. So yeah, we're going for that. It's a basic simple deal. So it's not the best deal per se, but I can say Jerusalem itself is actually 1/3 of the aggressive expansion in this case. But we're going to go with this. I kind of want to secure it right now, right here. So we'll go with this deal. I'm also taking the Suez here because it will allow me to fabricate claims down to, well, down the line here, and of course also put on the other side, and potentially against Hejaz too if we end up in a coalition war. Again, I'm kind of concerned here that the Ottomans will not be too happy about this deal, but it is what it is. I'll just go with this, and hopefully they'll not break the alliance. If they do, I think they'll actually suffer more than I will. So we'll be going with this deal. It shouldn't be a problem at all. And boom, everything has been taken. Now apparently here we have a looming disaster in the Peasants' War, which is due to the overextension apparently. Oh, so internal conflicts, unrest at least one. Well, that we can actually fix. Boom, no more unrest. That problem solved. But apparently here this thing can actually fire if my overextension is over 50%, which I did not know, but that's interesting, I guess. For the time being, we'll just try and core our lands again. We'll also upgrade our military tech here to level 9, which allows us to build star forts, but more importantly gives us a new unit type. And I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do here with unrest, but I think I'll do probably increase the autonomy in most of these provinces just to make sure we don't get any rebels. It could of course become really annoying really quickly. Jerusalem, for instance, will be stuck at 10%, so there's no reason to do anything at all there. But apparently also the same with Nablus here. So we'll increase the autonomy in the other ones in order to try and avoid rebels here. Jerusalem, Nablus, Suez, Jerusalem. All of these are going to be annoying, so I'm going to join up my army here, and we're going to split it in two. The reason why we're going to split it two is because we're going to have half in Nablus and half in Jerusalem. Apparently the autonomy went down as soon as I made one move further, so it's apparently a part of new conquests. Jerusalem will take a while, so we might as well just increase autonomy. I'm going to increase autonomy here too. As you can see here, due to the fact that we have an ICA and also we have peace, we get minus 0.15 a month. I believe France, on the other hand, gets a bit more thanks to them being a kingdom. No, apparently not. But it is what it is. We'll have to just keep on waiting here. So I'll send these two to Jerusalem and Nablus in order to, well, slow down the potential revolt a little bit. But yeah, we're looking good here. We're almost conquered the entirety of Egypt. The Ottomans did not like this deal, though. As you can see, was not given occupied cores and claims in peace. Minus 114. So I think what we're actually going to do in the next war is allow the Ottomans to peace out on their own. Simply because of the fact that if I do not, they'll probably end up getting pissed and declaring war on me, or breaking the alliance and whatnot. So for the current time, we'll just allow the coring process here to take its course. And did Castile just lose something there? No. They still have the unions. They don't have any allies though, I think. Yeah, they do actually have allies. My bad. But they are negative prestige again, which is hilarious. So if I'm really lucky, the unions might break. We'll just have to wait and see. They are actually currently working on integrating both of them. Yeah, that's bad. That's really, really bad. The only positives from that means that we have an opportunity to attack Castile due to the fact that them integrating their vassals means that they will have high autonomy. I'm pretty sure the autonomy will pop up to 75%, which means that these provinces will for a time be almost useless to Castile. Meaning that if I attack Castile, I'll have to break down the area here rather rapidly, which is probably something I'll be able to do, provided that I still have my military access with these guys. But it's breaking, or it's running out in 17. So I'll definitely have to build an upgrade to my navy, so I can get into France and work from there. But I also noticed something that's a little bit funny here. I can most likely go for a peaceful vassalization. Oh, I could at least state it earlier. They're not actually fabricating any claims in my vassal status, so I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of Tap and Alt. Integrating them, that is. They're kind of a they're kind of a vassal that has a lot of power going for it. But I'm a little bit unsure no matter what we'll do. For the time being, we'll just again wait. The Mamluks being beaten here is of course really useful, and I think I'm going to fabricate some more claims on the southern parts. I'm a little bit unsure what the Ottomans actually have claims on here. Okay, so I can actually fabricate claims on everything here, and also here. So I think I'm going to do just that. But I'm going to wait a little bit before I start fabricating, and we'll consider what we want to do with Castile here. But I think we're most likely going to end up in a war with them if they manage to integrate both Naples and Aragon. But we'll have to see here. The negative prestige here is something that I'm currently hoping will put them at a position where it will break. But Castile so far has been lucky, so I doubt that will be the case. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll continue next time. Bye.